Folks, here's what I think is going on. About a week or so ago, the government brought in a budget. And the Minister of Finance read it out, and it sounded benign. The whole world is collapsing economically, but the budget said, oh, it's going to be okay. Hardly any cuts anywhere. Oh, the ministries will be intact, and we'll just have a little deficit of $500 million, and things are pretty good. And I left that budget speech feeling like British Columbia is in pretty good shape. And then, Honourable Chair, I'm speaking to the estimates of the Honourable Minister, and then, Honourable Chair, over the next, 24, 36 hours, people started reading the fine print, and it started looking like there were massive cuts to the arts and to culture and to agriculture and to the things that some of us care about, but they were put off until year 2 or year 3, and it started looking like the budget that we saw on Budget Day was kind of a sham. And because I believe in this process, speaking to the estimates of the Honourable Minister, I am saying what I think is going on, and then I will say, is that true, Minister? And that's the nature of my question. And you'll remember I get 20 minutes to say what I think is going on. Honourable Chair, speaking to the estimates of the Honourable Minister, 36 hours later, when we read the fine print, it appeared as if the budget was nonsense, Honourable Speaker. And that is offensive to me because that would assume this process is nonsense. But then something even weirder than that happened. The government came in and said, oh, by the way, even though there's only a $500 million deficit, and even though everything's going to be okay, we need a couple of $100 million today to get it through the next 60 days so we can have an election. Honourable Speaker, Honourable Chair, this minister's estimates are part of that, $180, $200 million extra that was brought in here after we were told everything was okay, and 36 hours later we found out the budget was bogus. And so the honourable members are trying to find out what you're going to do with $180 million in the next 60 days while we think you're going to go around and pass it out town to town to try and elect a bunch of members who won't tell the truth in the budget. Now, Honourable Chair.
Member.
I withdraw the statement that they won't tell the truth, and I substitute have chosen not to see it my way.
Member, that's fine, thank you. I would like you to direct your comments to the supplementary
estimates of this minute. Got it.
Supplementary.
Absolutely. And so, yes. Anything else you'd like to say, sir? So, this minister is the minister who's in charge of largesse. This is the minister who gives out money to municipalities, your money, folks at home. This is the minister who passes it out in the election year, 60 days before they go to the polls, and these members are trying to find out where it's going. More than that, because it's a democracy, they're trying to find out if it's going fairly. They're trying to find out if what the folks in Surrey asked for is anything like what they're going to get. These are fair questions. Even if the Honourable Minister is proud of what he did, it's fair. In a democracy, it's fair to get to ask and answer the questions before they pay their taxes. There's been revolutions fought on the notion that the people have the right to ask the question and get the answer before they pay their taxes. They chucked a bunch of tea overboard one time. The Premier of the province of British Columbia, the social credit antecedent to the Honourable Minister there, said not a dime without estimates. Shameful. And then what's happening here, I worked here for a long time, but worked here so long I'm bald on top and I'm pretty old, and I don't remember ministers sitting in their chair and saying, I told you yesterday.
Never.
60 days before an election. Honourable Chair, I think because the minister is a decent and fine man, he came in here last week and did his job. Members got up and asked questions, and he answered honestly as best he could. Staff sat next to him, helped him with the answers, and he got up and he gave the answer. And somebody, somewhere, who doesn't work here, who isn't actually elected, who gets paid money to do strategy, to manipulate these people and you and the process, Honorable Chair, that you represent, told them to go in there and shut that place.
Member,
what?
I would like you...
Sir. What,
please,
sir?
Please show respect for the chair.
Yes, sir.
I am the chair.
Got it.
Okay. Now, you made a statement. I would like you to withdraw.
Anyone? What did I say? I said somebody told the minister. Is that what you didn't like?
Yes.
Okay. Honorable Chair, you're right. I suspect, because I believe the minister to be an honorable gentleman, that someone might have told...
Withdraw the statement.
I'm the chair.
Okay, you're absolutely... I withdraw. I withdraw. I'm just not sure what I'm withdrawing, honorable member.
You should actually listen to the words that are coming out.
How do I... Members, all members. Member for Nelson Creston, please take your seat. Minister. Okay, I would like for every member of this House to show respect for the chamber that we're in. I would like all members to respect the person who has the floor so that he can do it. I would like to remind members that it's the tone as well shows respect for this House in the presentation, and that we have to respect each other if we're going to move ahead. So I'm going to ask the member for Nelson Creston to continue.
Now, hang on, you guys. I totally agree with what the chair says. I love this place. I would like to point out, Honorable Chair, that I sit gently, quietly in my chair 99% of the time. This little moment is generated by something I'm not used to, which is, or appears to be, a minister refusing to tell the member that represents the people of Surrey what they asked for and what they're going to get. Honorable Chair, I respect the process. It feels to me like an honorable minister holding a portfolio and refusing to answer the questions about it before the people pay their taxes. It feels to me like that's a kind of disrespect. Is that acceptable to say? Mm-hmm. It certainly made me grumpy. I would like to ask the chair if I'm allowed to ask the minister whether his choice of answers today is his own or whether he was instructed to answer in this way. Is that a legitimate question?
Yeah, I want you to direct all your questions to the supplementary estimate to the minister.
Through the chair to the minister, dealing solely with the supplementary estimates, because I believe the minister to be an honorable gentleman. Could the minister tell me whether his answers related to the supplementary estimates, given briefly or not at all today, is his own decision, or whether he was instructed to answer in that fashion?
Minister.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Repetitive questioning.
Member.
Idiotic, Cheryl.
Is that democracy in action?
Wait.
Be a citizen of peace.
Sergeant at Arms, please remove the person.